think so far we are covered.
The next game was quite an interesting one, Italy versus Austria. Um, it ended up with Italy winning 2-1. Um, yeah, it was a quite a first half. Italy, um, I thought they were not doing what they have done in the group phase, and Austria did negate them very well, especially in the second half. They've grown in confidence. Um, but the substitution for Mancini did the business. All goal went. Sorry, at the 90 minute was 0-0. First goal was scored by Federico Chiesa, 95th minute, um, and then Pessina of Atalanta scored 105th minute, 2-0, and um, Kalajic, 114th minute, there was a goal from Austria as well. So definitely Austria wasn't um lying down for whatever Italian team has offered. I thought there was a little bit of complacency in Italian midfield, and there was a little bit of, um, I mean, obviously Austrian side did read how Spinazzola was moving, how Berardi was moving, um, and I thought, although most of the ball was on Italian footballers' possession, but it's not that different as well. After the game, it was 52% for Italy, 48% for Austria. But it was a great game, isn't it?
Well, it was a nail biter, and the thing is that like the problems they were having Italy is I found that like there were a little bit more gaps from between defense and midfield, and there were some the Austrians actually creating like were creating some problems like they were trying to get like get the ball between these lines, and I guess like the midfield was a little bit higher, at least like 2 years probably, and
Yeah, I think they played Locatelli normally in the group stages, but this time they went with Barella on the right side, Jorginho on the middle, and deeper midfielder, and Verratti. Verratti just came back from injury, so um, he's not 100% or probably regaining his match form. There is on the left side you have this run from Spinazzola, as well as from right side it's actually the winger Berardi makes a run, and Insigne kind of from left flank goes inside, and Immobile uh, tried to run, and I don't think it was a very good game from him, but he still his movement were good, but it wasn't a great game from Ciro Immobile. Uh, Otherwise, I thought the same thing from you, because the group games, the transition from defense to attack, or counter-attacking whenever possible. Italy did it like in a flash, 2 3 seconds. Whole team moved forward, whole team moved back. So here, Austrians did read how Spinazzola was moving and made sure that he was double guarded. And that,
actually, like he played like how can I say an extra creative midfielder,
yeah,
Spinazzola, and so far like he impressed me a lot. Like he's the only one who was like the whole tournament he was getting the job done, and yeah, he was impressive, but he still needed some support and like those gaps
Yeah, I
between the
thought
defense.
Insigne wasn't at his best, and I think
Yeah, exactly.
and Verratti. I liked Marco Verratti a lot as a player, but there are other players in the if for after first half, I think Mancini trusted Verratti experience, but once Locatelli came in, it was a different kind of game, but still, I thought Federico Chiesa he could have came a little earlier as well. It was a brilliant goal from him. Um, I think only fathers, not only. I'm not 100% sure of this stat, but his father, Enrique Chiesa, scored for Italy in 1996 Euro, and he scored for Italy in 2020. What a story for father and son. Um, yeah,
Well, we can find those stories like in Italian. It's a
yeah.
probably an Italian tradition. So,
Well, not about scoring though. Not much.
well, yeah, but still, like
I mean, I
you
totally,
have Maldinis and
yeah,
other,
Maldini's father, uh, like the Paolo Maldini's father.
yeah,
He was a legendary goalkeeper for Italy. But um, bringing Chiesa in and having a bit of fresh leg, as well as um, Locatelli coming in and making some runs and giving that support to Spinazzola, I thought that was really key. Um, and I thought Barella had a very quiet game to his standard as well. Like he always gives his 100%. He's gonna come and attack, join an attack or defend. But somehow there was a little bit of not as soothing Italy that we have seen in group stages. And credit should go to Austrian team.
Austrian, yeah,
If you remember, we talked about Austria that 10 of the 11 players
yeah,
plays in
Bundesliga
Bundesliga,
players, yeah,
and probably 20 from 23 players are in Bundesliga. And uh, what a team! They've fought very well. They've countered very well, and they're very, very. Although they were counter-attacking team, but they're very, very. What should I say? Dangerous whenever.
they were actually yeah dangerous and also like organized. And the thing is that like they actually in the middle of the match they actually could read like where the Italians coming on their defense, and they could actually anticipate those like you said, like they were like trying to track Spinazzola, and that was it actually, because they weren't actually getting down and at the side, and they were having some space over there, and also like there were some spaces like in between Chiellini and Bonucci. So yeah, it was actually, and also like sometimes when they were having a ball, Italy having ball for a long time, so like their defense is supposed to be like they were like obviously a little bit upwards, and they could have actually with like we talked about it before the tournament, it could be a problem for Italy like with higher defenses. So they were actually trying to explore those things, and they were actually trying to sneak in, and it was actually their strategy. And yeah, they couldn't actually make it through, but they actually it actually like Mancini shouldn't actually go with, because all of his midfield players they're like in form, so like he shouldn't actually place a bet on someone who is not that fit. So
Yeah, uh,
I
it's it is hard. If you have someone like Marco Verratti, do you leave him on the bench? or
Well, it is hard, but Locatelli, how he played even
yeah,
in this tournament, and uh, he shouldn't actually like made this sort of risk, especially in the knockout stage. And like we saw, like there are like plenty of history, like the famous one in 1998 World Cup with Ronaldo, the
yeah,
phenomenon. So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
we know this stuff. So
Yeah, but I thought Bonucci and Acerbi, that pair did fairly well. Um, there were moments when Donnarumma had to come and make saves as well. And from Austrian perspective, I was expecting a little more from Alaba.
yeah,
Um, wasn't really a lot from him, but in terms of team and how they constructed their attack, they were patient. How they uh, kind of negate the threat from Italy. It was uh, it was something, and I think Austria should be proud of themselves. I mean, if they're not drawn against Italy, probably drawn against someone else, could have been easily you know progressed to the next round. But it was very. I was personally very impressed with this Austrian team. I'll just read out a little bit of stats. So it's just
yeah, no problem.
yeah, exactly. It's 668 passes were completed from Italian side, while 621 from Austria. So there was quite even, 52% and 48% possession from Italy and Austria. Shots on goal, Italy had six, Austria had three. Um, Italy had 27 shots in total. Austria had 16 total shots. Um, but yeah, it was a very entertaining game, to be honest. Anything else to add? Oh, I should ask, how do you see a team that looks so good, almost like a club team? I'm talking about Italian side, especially in group phase, comes into knockout stage, and it almost looked like they have lost their mojo. So that's why knockout stage is a very different game. And I was thinking, yeah, Italy should be killing it, but yeah, no, all credit to Austria, and they've done very well. Uh,
Actually, I guess it's a new Italian side. We have never seen an Italian team. Well, like in 2012,
Prandelli,
they played.
yeah,
Yeah,
Prandelli's Italy inside was fairly entertaining with Mario
yeah, it
Balotelli up
was.
top, and
But
Pirlo was making
but
the
yeah,
play.
like but the team difference between that team and this one is like this one has is like fairly young side. They haven't played in a major tournament, and this not knockout is like their first probably.
Exactly,
I'm not actually counting the Nations Cup or something, but this is Euro, so it's
true.
a it's a it's a
And
lot of heat
when you
there.
think of
So
their major players, such as Spinazzola was Juventus player, but the
yeah,
other key players were Sassuolo players like Berardi, Locatelli, uh, yeah, and someone else I can't remember at this point. But most of the it's not just Juventus, it's not just Inter Milan, it's not just AC Milan. Acerbi from Lazio. I think
yeah.
it's a good blend of players. Um, all they need is consistency, and um, they have a very good players from bench as well. So those substitution made the difference, and they have quite a bit of depth on the bench that probably gonna make a difference um, as the knockout phases goes on. Anything to add on Italy's hopes?
Well, the next match for Italy would be kind of like a final for us. Like we talked about, is like one
Yeah,
of the
Italy
two
got
major
drawn
teams.
against Belgium. Um,
Belgium, yeah,
both. Although we would come back to Belgium, I think there is a bit of
yeah,
injury problem with Kevin De Bruyne as well as Eden Hazard. Uh,
yeah.